is SportsCenter.
Good evening and welcome to KRAP Sports, the KRAP. I'm Alex Ganem, your host for tonight, and we're ushering in a new season, even though a quarter of the season has gone by. We're going to welcome 4 new franchises into the fold, not by choice, but by vote. The first one to enter the fold, Hector Lopez, an ASU graduate who once in high school had 150 penises drawn on his body at different orifices simultaneously. And Angel Flowers. We call him Gangel. It's a play on words to signify his gayness and his name. Angel looks Asian, African, Middle Eastern, South American, Mexican American. This guy could be from anywhere, but alas, he's only from the east side. And then we go to Brian Delhomey. Allegedly, he's Vito's bitch. And they work at Southwest.com together and don't get us no drink coupons or nothing. So welcome, Brian. Another Southwest contact. Fourth into the fold this year, Peter Graniello. A shady character if we've ever seen one. Not very sociable, and he's multiplying constantly. Hopefully these multiplications will be more sociable and much better than he is. Now on to the Wall of Shame. Chetty Randino, you get to grace this wall one more time. Chetty basically is leaving in injured players, doubtful players, improbable players. Prime example, last week Andrew Luck gets declared inactive for Sunday's game, and Chetty goes right on through and starts him. I don't know if he thought maybe Andrew Luck was going to be able to throw touchdown passes from the sidelines, or he actually thinks Andrew Luck is that big of a hero. But alas, 0-4, Chetty, congratulations. You're right on track to compete with Nick from last year, who went 0-60 for the year. Second to grace the Wall of Shame this week, Steven Rowdy Randazzo. I don't think he's very rowdy, but it fits. Basically, this guy's team scores about as much as Troy does on a Saturday night, which is not a whole lot. Now for the best of what's around. We have 2 undefeated teams, each league leaders, each 4-0. Angel Flowers, the Gangel man from the east side. I don't understand how this man is winning games. He's got Eli Manning as his quarterback. He's not scoring a lot of points, but I'm going to make a bold prediction. I say Angel doesn't make it to the playoffs. And if he does, he loses big in the first round. And I mean big. Despicable big. Like the size of his twat. Our second league leader, Jesse Rolling Gardner-Bergfeld, has brought it to the table, ladies and gentlemen. He had an all-star draft. I can't believe it, just judging by who Jesse is as a person, that he would be capable of such a draft. But he drafted people like Aaron Rodgers, Larry Fitzgerald, and Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn isn't working out, but good job. He's doing great, 4-0. I think he is going to go deep in the playoffs. On to our next segment. We'll call this honorable mention, just because you're not in first place to these teams. And to be honest, we have to mention the dodgy, cunty tax attorney, Joshua Schneider. He's doing really good. Apparently, those Excel sheets on tax accounting also work for fantasy drafts. Our second honorable mention is Rod Rincon, who aptly, correctly named his team Ray Finkel, because we all know if there's a transsexual out of these 24, it's probably Rod in South Beach. Now on to the Bonehead Moves of the season so far. We're going to go first with Yancey. What the hell, buddy? Starks? Whedon, $40? I have to double check that because I can't believe it. Yancey, who had a storied career of constantly making the playoffs, has now fallen off the wayward. You need to go back to sleeping on a couch or something, Yance. It was working out for you better. Second up for Bonehead Move, Kyle Gorman. I mean, this guy picked up Alfred Blue for $19, whilst Arian Foster was gonna return from his growing injury. Because, I mean, who hasn't had a growing injury? Anyone who's had sex. This week, we have a lot of interesting matchups. We have an undefeated going against a 1-3. Should prove to be interesting. But I'm gonna go ahead and pick Colin Miller Time over Steven Randazzo, the Grimace Dick. Steve, you just don't score. You score points like you score in life. Rarely and not very efficiently. And I gotta be honest, I'm thinking Grimace Dick is gonna be having Miller Dick tonight. My second prediction for the day is going to break some hearts. I'm gonna go ahead and pick Caesar over Chetty. Now these are two dismal teams, and I mean dismal, which is not surprising with Caesar. But with Chetty, it is quite surprising, seeing as that he works at Yahoo. He's got a great job. He's got a girlfriend who cares about him. He rides his bike sometimes and gets shit thrown into his face by chimpanzees in the jungle. But Chet, I hope you prove me wrong. But I think you're going 0-5. And that'll wrap it up for this week, you dodgy twats and twatsicles and cunts. Until next week, or whenever my video producer decides to stop being a jealous, glamour, whoremongering bitch, and we can get this show on the road. Farewell.